Hi friends, welcome to the Wild Side. I'm Steve Hall. We have a report of a fight among farmers resulting in the shooting of 2 men and a vicious attack on 2 others by masked intruders. Now, if that sounds like a little different kind of Wild Side than you expect to see here on our show, it's really not. It starts with a little hike here at Port Royal State Park, and it's all about a natural resource that became a cultivated and controversial crop.
To be honest, I'd rather stay anonymous tonight. I'm a farmer. I live about a mile away. I've been a tobacco farmer all my life, as my father before me.
A scared sharecropper interrupts a community gathering with a warning.
We have word that this very night, the association is on the move.
James Welsh is on the run from renegades of retribution and invites his neighbors to escape with him.
To keep myself and my family protected, we are actually getting out of town. We're getting out of Port Royal tonight.
In reality, the farmer is a park ranger in a dramatic role, helping relive March 9, 1908, when the Night Riders came into Port Royal, Tennessee, on a mission of intimidation. This is a recreated story from what's known as the Black Patch Tobacco Wars. It was economic conflict evolving when a wealthy tobacco baron cuts prices on dark-fired tobacco, produced primarily in a small region of Kentucky and Tennessee.
Officially, if you look it up, the tobacco wars last between 1904 and 1909. But for the sake of this story, we're going to say that it starts in 1890, because that's when one man named James B. Duke creates something known as the American Tobacco Company. Now, if you're not familiar with the name James B. Duke, you might at least be familiar with something named after him, which is Duke University. By the 1900s, he had over 90% of the entire world's tobacco market under his control. And when you have that much power over one singular economic resource, not only can you set the prices on what you want to sell it for, you set the prices on what you want to buy it for. And that's going to be a big problem for the farmers in the Black Patch.
The price drops from 3 cents to 2 cents, or a penny a pound, depending on the quality.
There is an old saying that the farmers then called this era 3-2-1 and a cussin', because that's all it was worth. And if your entire livelihood is based off tobacco, and all of a sudden your source of income and your ability to take care of your family has diminished to where as soon as you're putting that plant into the ground, you're losing money, hard times are to come.
We're gonna be leaving on foot. All right, let's move out.
Fireside visitors at Port Royal State Park take up lanterns and follow the fearful farmer to learn more about this impending threat. By now, they know that many farmers have united to form the Planters Protective Association, refusing to sell their crops to the American Tobacco Company.
I definitely go with the Planters Association because, for one, I really wouldn't want to get my crop or my family hurt in any way, and even if we're holding out for better prices, we can still sell some of it on like the down low or something like that to raise money to feed the rest of the family.
I probably would have been part of the association. I probably would have been.
Why do you say that?
Because I think it was wrong what they were doing. You know, jacking the prices up, lowering it for the farmer, you know. And farmers are what built this country, and so I would have wanted to see them succeed.
But farmers like this one who refuse to join are labeled as hillbillies by some in the association and face the threat of violence.
My family and I, we've been hearing all these rumors of what the association is doing in this area. Maybe you've heard it too, but Hopkinsville, Kentucky, as you know, just recently, a few days ago, was raided by 300 Night Riders, is what they're calling them. From all descriptions, these guys come in with masks on, with guns, and they're destroying the countryside.
Soon, townfolk are greeted by torchlight and messengers, crossing the bridge over the Red River and into Port Royal.
Y'all weren't fraternizing with that gentleman, were you?
Never. No.
What did he tell you? He tried to tell you that the association was bad? Did he tell you some stories about Night Riders? Now, I myself am a member of this Planters Protective Association. and I can tell you that their cause is nothing but just. They have the best interest of our entire region in mind. The American Tobacco Company came in and they're pricing us out of our livelihood. We can't make enough money to feed our families. So we decided we were gonna band together. If we all keep our tobacco and we hold out, we're gonna get higher prices. But that's only gonna work if we get everybody to join our association. So if y'all wanna follow me.
The tale of events takes them back to the Park Visitor Center, once a Masonic lodge, and also the location of the telephone company's switchboard.
It's the only place in Tennessee that a night rider raid came.
In terms of accurately depicting the historical significance of what happened, this is the exact location. The very spot where the night riders terrorized the switchboard operator and cut off all communication.
There were multiple towns in Kentucky that were raided, but Port Royal was the only place where they actually kind of dipped below the border. And part of that was because the city of Clarksville was so afraid that they literally had guards set up to prevent a armed group from coming in and taking over the town.
After leaving the phone company, the night riders caught up with the farmer James Welsh and brutally beat him. But the night took an unexpected turn.
2 young men, brothers, actually, were involved with the night rider raid, and on their way home, they're the 2 that get shot by 2 people set up waiting for them because the switchboard operator inside of the lodge got 1 call out before he was tied up and the phone lines were cut.
The oldest brother, 19-year-old Vaughn Bennett, was killed. His 17-year-old brother Earl was wounded, but survived, claiming they were only playing a game and pretending to be night riders.
As a kid, we like to do some crazy stuff, so I doubt he was just pretending with his brother.
And unfortunately, the 2 men were charged with murder. The Tennessee Supreme Court quickly realized that there was not an unbiased jury in Clarksville and took on the court case themselves. And at the end of that, they decided that the 2 men who killed the young man were completely innocent and just in their fighting. What the night riders did was menial. They didn't change the course of how this war played out and how the American Tobacco Company was finally dissolved. The federal government did.
The educational piece of this is second to none. Our state parks do a really great job of giving information to our families and our children about their local history, about their regional history, and we had a really great time tonight.
Those stories, when you walk these grounds here, as small as this place is, it's the second smallest Tennessee State Park, but when you walk around these grounds and you can feel the electricity and the power of these stories, they remind me nearly daily that anything that's going on around me has happened before. Nothing is new. Hardships are not new. Trials are not new. But conversely, the better part of humanity is also not new. And we see that demonstrated here as well.
It was a night of terror back in 1908 at this place which is now Port Royal State Park. But for us, it was a great night of adventure and a chance to learn about some almost forgotten history. You can search our website, wildsidetv.com, if you want to watch the story again or share it with others.
Wildside is produced by Rockwater TV with support from Tennessee State Parks, where you can discover our state's diverse heritage through spectacular landscapes, family-friendly recreation, and affordable lodging. Tennessee State Parks, fun and adventure naturally. And with support from the Tennessee Department of Agriculture, promoting wise uses of Tennessee's agricultural and forest resources to develop economic opportunities and to ensure safe and dependable food, fuel, and fiber for all citizens.